I feel like the strengths and the weaknesses are often the same thing. Like we have no boss, so we're like a non-hierarchical collective. So there's no one that calls the final shots, but there's informal hierarchies that form, and there might be difficulty sometimes with tasking and bottom lining and leadership and stuff like that. So those two things, there's an interplay off of those. Like someone takes too much of a leading role, and people like, you're micromanaging me, you're not my boss, don't talk to me that way. And in other situations, it's like someone is like, okay, I'll work on this thing, but who's going to work with me? And you're looking around and no one's taking it on. And a boss might intervene and be like, you did it last time, now it's your turn, or something like this. So there's a little bit of that, but I mean, the advantage is that we're all learning to take charge and like own our work and own our projects and participate in a fair, like sort of collegial way. And so that's kind of cool. Our volunteer is like, or we have a policy that's open doors, so volunteers can come and go as they please. There's no questions asked. There's no registration process where we take their SIN number. You know what I mean? Like, it's open, but with that comes a lot of stuff, like where we have to constantly like set boundaries and kind of get after people because we haven't like taken them through this like really complicated like filtering process. Like it's open, and with that openness comes a bunch of little things come sort of in, like little problems and issues that haven't been discussed, you know? Like maybe someone will come in and volunteer, they aren't aware that it's like an anti-sexist space, and then they'll start like saying stuff about like how, oh, we need like strong men to lift this pot or something like this, and it's like, actually no, that's fucked up. We need someone who's comfortable lifting the pot, someone who is willing to lift the pot, you know? And so these kind of like little things, maybe if we had like a concrete way of filtering out volunteers, we could clearly express, you know, that, you know, doing impressions of people with a Hindi or a Chinese accent is offensive and shitty. But also, a filtration process could scare people away so they don't feel like they're welcome. And we really do want to create like a space where people can come and participate. And it's neat to just walk in. Like I have history as a volunteer. You walk in, you chop stuff up, you like eat the food, you're sitting there, and you're like, I did this. It's like I didn't have to like sign up and be on a list for like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I know some places like the Midnight Kitchen, they're very specific about the volunteers that they get. And granted, they have a closer control over like some of that shittiness. Like they don't have to worry as much. Maybe they do, but they definitely are going to miss out on some of the more organic, kind of exciting and sweet moments that come about having people just being able to come in at any time. Other strengths and weaknesses, I mean, like maybe the space thing is also a situation where we're here, the university is maybe not, I wouldn't say permitting, but they've acquiesced or whatever. They've just like, they're hands off about it. So we have anxiety about the space, but then also we don't have to deal with a bunch of expectations that they're laying out every 2 days. Like, do this, don't do that, you know? So I guess that's a hard question. I'm sure other collective members or volunteers would probably say different things.